Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? A voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see me? Trouble is on the land. Every man against every man. Sister, I wonder, can you stand? Come here and take my hand. Grab the babies and get my gun. On the street it's on its own. Sober up real quick. Put down that glass stick. No more puffing on your cigarettes. Get ready for the party tricks. Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? This voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see? Some are here and others are gone. Concentration camps, damn, they wrong. Hush, be quiet, don't say a word.
Brothers, hold on to your sisters. Brothers and sisters, hold on to your babies. We're gonna be alright. I know it don't look good right now, but put your hand in the hand of the Most High. That way you can't lose. Keep on pressing on. Keep on pressing on. Keep on pressing on.
Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? A voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see me? Trouble is on the land. Every man against every man. Sister, I wonder, can you stand? Come here and take my hand. Grab the babies and get my gun. On the street it's on its own. Sober up real quick, real quick. Put down that glass stick. No more puffing on your cigarettes. Get ready for the parley tricks. Is anybody listening? I wonder, can you hear me? This voice in the wilderness. I wonder, can you see? Some are here and others are gone. Concentration camps, damn, they roam. Hush, be quiet, don't say a word.
Brothers, hold on to your sisters. Brothers and sisters, hold on to your babies. We're gonna be alright. I know it don't look good right now, but put your hand in the hand of the Most High. That way you can't lose. Keep on pressing on. Keep on pressing on. Keep on pressing on. Peace, 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 family. Halito to everybody out there in YouTube land. I think it's been about a week since I've been on. Last time I was on, I had Sister Lesbian Conscious on. Hopefully she'll see this show, because I haven't talked with her since. Hopefully she'll see this particular show and let me know if she wants to come on either tomorrow or Sunday or next week so we can have our follow-up discussion on why there's so many lesbians among our youth, our young females today. Well, it's once again December, and we know how the pale faces get in December when they lie to the world once again. Every year, pale faces reinforce the lie that some little carpenter boy was born December 25th in a manger somewhere in the Middle East. Every year, they reiterate this story. And I've been over there in that part of the world. I was there from September of 1990 to March, close to April of 1991. And believe me when I tell you, on December 25th, we were in sleeping bags. It was too damn cold to be just willy-nilly out there in the open, especially with a newborn baby. But every year, pale faces reinforce these lies. They can't wait to tell our children in the schools about old St. Nick. They can't wait to reinforce the lie of how they have good cheer during this time and how it's all about the children and making sure the children have gifts and under the tree and all of that nonsense. Every year they reinforce these lies. And we too, every year, we assist these pale-faced monkeys into lying to our children. I remember I was 22 years old. 28 years ago. And I was studying about Christmas because somebody told me that was untrue. So I went to the library and started looking up some information on it. I found out that Christmas was a lie. And I had children at the time, little children, small children, 2, 1, I believe, 4, something to that effect. And once I found out the truth, at the time when I found it out, I was still believing in Christ. I was still going to church. As a matter of fact, I was scheduled to go to be a preacher at a white church. I have to tell you about that one day in Tennessee. I still believed in Christ and Christmas and Christ Mass or what have you. I still believed in that. And I had celebrated it every year of my life up until I was 22. And again, when I found out what I found out in the library about the reason why there's an evergreen tree, because they say that Nimrod, it's supposed to be Nimrod's birthday. I found out that it's not this Christ's birthday, but that story has been told so many different times. But anyway, Nimrod was the emperor of Earth back then. And Nimrod decided, when he was killed, there was an evergreen tree that grew from a stump to a full evergreen over his grave. And that's why they use the evergreen tree. Got nothing to do with just having a tree. There's a reason why. It comes with a lie. Some damn tree grew full blown on top of somebody's grave that was a stump to a full-blown tree. I don't know how many feet tall it was, because we know evergreen trees get pretty tall. So anyway, then I forgot what the silver and the gold meant. But the presents, of course, is supposed to be about, the gift of life was given, because if Christ had not been born and risen again and all this and that type of stuff, he brought us life. God gave his son to the world on December 25th. So we turn around and we give gifts to each other on that particular day. But when you do some real research about Christmas, you find that it comes from a day called Saturnalia. And on Saturnalia, pale-faced men got gifts. Women didn't get no gifts. Children didn't get no gifts. Men gave men gifts. And we talking Europeans. It wasn't none of us. Our people didn't celebrate so-called Christ Mass. They did not. This was the day for European men. They got drunk and they banged each other in the behind. They violated each other and they beat their wives. Now that was told on the story on the Boondocks. Saturnalia is a day, a real true day, that existed, that European men would beat each other, beat their wives, and violate each other. So the whole so-called holiday of Christmas is surrounded around homosexuality. European, pale-faced, caveman homosexuality. That is what it's all based around. Now, there used to be the satanic calendar. I used to be able to go on the internet and find that and look it up and look over the internet, look at it and get some information from that, teach from that. But I don't see that anymore. Excuse me, family. I don't see that no more. I don't see the satanic calendar as it used to be on the internet. But I know that on Christmas, December 25th, the satanic calendar, on that day, there was sacrifice. Child sacrifice, I believe, child rape, something to that effect. So yeah, the children didn't get off scot-free. Like they talk about the story that says, the song, Santa knows you've been good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. Well, he gonna do all this good for the good children, but they never talk about Krampus. Krampus is like Santa's alter ego, something to that effect. Yeah, Santa is like Krampus is like Santa's alter ego. Krampus is there for the bad children, the ones who were naughty, and they get slaughtered, chewed up, ate up, cannibalized, whatever. They don't talk about that. That's a whole lot. When you start unraveling this Christmas story, then it went on for 12 days. The 12 days of revelry of this Christmas celebration. Pale-faced men just took 12 days off to bang each other, beat up their wives, give each other gifts to show their affection and love for one another, their lust for one another. This is what pale-faced men were doing. But every year, the pale-faced man and his children, his daughter, his school system of teachers, and they come of all races, are ready and willing to lie to our children about what happened on this so-called Christmas and what Christmas is so-called, what it's about. We spend time taking our children to go sit on Santa's lap. we participate in the lying and deception toward our own children every year. And then people be talking about, well, you know, it's for the children. We do it for the babies, for the children. When in actuality, it's for the big ass kid in them. In actuality, it's for the big kid or the big child in the adult. Not really for the children. The children really need the truth, but we have done a disservice. If you're continuing to reinforce these lies, you're not a help to the child. You're a detriment to the child. You are an enemy of the child. The children need to know the truth. They can handle it. It's okay to grow up without a Christmas tree. My children grew up with no Christmas trees in the house. I didn't buy Christmas trees. We didn't do gifts and none of that stuff because I found out it was a lie. Why should I continue to lie to my children as my parents lied to me? Whether they knew they were lying or not, that's neither here nor there at this point. It's when you, as an adult, have children or grandchildren, and nephews, nieces, and what have you, little brothers and things, little sisters, and you hear the truth, and you were following the lie before, then at that point, that's when you have to come into, to grips with what you're going to do, how you're going to approach that situation, and how you're going to deal with it. And if you're going to steer your children in the way of the truth, or you're going to follow the tradition that you've been given and, lie to your children as you were lied to. But if you do that, you'll be doing it on purpose. Once you find the truth out, you can't untruth it. You can't unsee it, unlearn it. You know what I'm saying? You can overlook it, but that's not really a good idea. You see. Anyway, let me share my screen. I got a few screens I want to share here with y'all. All right, family. Let's look at a few things here. I know my title got some people's attention. They're kind of tripping.
The Norwegian Santa Claus is out and proud in a new heartwarming ad for the holidays.
So the Norwegian Postal Service is celebrating 50 years since the decriminalization of homosexuality in Norway with a new 4-minute commercial, which sees a man named Harry falling in love with the charismatic Saint Nick.
Yes, so cute. So Harry waits for Santa year after year, but after one bittersweet goodbye, Harry sends Santa a letter to the North Pole, and he receives a very special delivery in exchange.
This is an ad.
Det kommer nästa år. Jag har många pakker redan att leverera. Det kommer tillbaka nästa år. Ja, alla bor i världen så att det blir pengar på det. Det är fint. Jag kommer till att savna dig. Det är många som vill.
Vad kommer de packa sådär? God jul!
Vi fick tag i lite assistans i år. Så jag kan vara samman med dig.
Look at the affection between these punks.
Is Santa married?
Not that Santa.
Not that Santa.
Norwegian Santa. Also,
I don't know Norwegian.
I am the sort of sentiment behind this
Is love is
celebrating 50 years of the decriminalization of
yes.
being gay, all of that stuff. But I'm just going to say, don't sexualize Santa.
That's a good point.
I don't want to see Santa
That's
making out with
actually a very
anybody.
good point.
Man,
Very
woman,
good.
whatever it is. I don't want to see Santa having a tender moment with anybody that's, a kiss. Don't sexualize Santa. In any way. It has nothing to do, gay, straight, whatever. Find it weird.
I get that. Nelson says, love it. Finally.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful commercial, but I don't know.
I get the sentiment behind it for sure.
Yeah, I do, but I don't know, right?
I gotta sit with it for a bit.
Yeah, I sat with it.
This was an orchestrated event.
I'm a reasonably intelligent person. I'll do my best to follow.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, sir. Now, I see y'all comments in the comment section. But in actuality, that is the realness of the day. That's the realness of it. It was not about family coming together thinking of Christ being born in a manger in the Middle East or the so-called Holy Land. Has nothing to do with that. It's these pale-faced men who are lusting after each other, and they wait to, December 25th to have 12 days of revelry where they can go out and bang each other and beat their wives and get drunk and be pale-faced men. Oh, and give each other gifts. Yep. That's the reality of Santa. Santa and Satan is the same. No difference. Even though we've been taught that there's a difference. But there's no difference. As you can see here, Old Nick, called Santa, Old Saint Nick, right? What's that mean? Used as a name of the devil. Old Nick, Old Saint Nick, nicknames is devil names. Let me say it again. Old Saint Nick, Old Saint Nicholas, Old Nick, and nicknames is all devil names because Nick, Old Nick, it meant the devil to these Europeans. See, and no matter what you say, some of us say, well, that may be what they meant. But when I look at it, I see something different. I see it in a different light. It don't make a difference how you see it. It originated as a lie. You can't change that lie into your pretty truth and make it acceptable as far as the creator goes. You can't do it. You can try, but you can't. You won't be successful. It'll just be your truth, as some people say. Old Saint Nick, Old Nick, it meant the devil. It's a name for Satan. It's the adversarial name. Nothing around Santa Claus is good at all. And we don't even have chimneys for the most part. The majority of us didn't have a chimney growing up. So how the hell is Santa Claus dropping gifts down the chimney? Why do we keep lying to our seeds? Talking about some goddamn Christmas. Talking about some Christ Mass. Man, why do we keep doing that? I just don't get it, but Negro do what they want to do. I have another screen I want to share with y'all right quick. Let me share this screen with y'all right quick, family. I thought I had the meaning. Pictures. All right, family, I want to show the screen with y'all right quick to show you, give you an image of old Nick. Let's see which one is it. I'll try this one. Yeah, there it is. Now, as you can see, this is supposed to be Santa, right? The good guy. He's white, got all the white on, the white. And here is the darker complected fella, who is Krampus. This is Krampus, the one who eats the children. But look at Krampus's horns. See, this is his altered goddamn ego. That's what it is. Check him out down here. Okay. I gotta go and do something different here. Go back in here. Yeah, you see Krampus. Krampus ain't talked about too much. But here it is. The devil's in the details. Krampus. Conundrum. Sacred. See? This is what they did to the children that didn't do right. We never get a chance to hear about them too much, right? But this is what they do to them, right? Mm-hmm. Now, let me get another picture here. I want to. Here you got old Santa. See that? Sitting on a goat, right? Uh-huh. See them goat horns? See them goat horns here? See them goat horns down here? See them goat horns? Huh? See them goat horns? Yeah. What's really going on here with this Santa, old Saint Nick? Old Saint Nick and Krampus, both of them was the devil. I just showed you where old Nick meant the devil, but they painted him, made him look nice. He didn't look too bad. He looked a little different. See, because they made Santa right here. Look at him. See, Santa. Look at old Santa right here. Look at old Santa. You see how clean he looked? Yeah, he all clean and fresh, right? Got all his white on, right? But old Nick, I showed you already. Old Nick meant the devil. See how they play it? Here is two people. But they ain't showing you these two people are the one and the same. But check this one out. See what it says here? The old devil Saint Nick. Okay, we was taught that Saint Nick was Santa Claus. The little fat guy. They didn't tell us the truth. The pale-faced man and woman spent many hours enforcing and reinforcing every year of my life. All in the stores, all in the TV, in the magazines, on the radio. I mean, word of mouth. Everywhere you turn, it's Christmas, 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 Christmas during this time. Christmas spirit. The story, they keep reiterating that same lie. It's amazing to me. But this is what happens. So old Saint Nick is the devil. Then the Krampus, of course, is the alter ego or the true, real true side of old Santa and the devil at the same time. They're both the devil. Krampus and old Saint Nick or Santa Claus. And as a matter of fact, if you take the letters Santa, S-A-N-T-A, and switch the letters around, two of the letters, you go from Santa to Satan. You spell out Satan and spell out Santa, and you switch two letters, and you have Satan. Just like that. Mm-hmm. The European version of Santa is madness. Black Dust says, yes. Yes, that's the only version I know of a Santa, is theirs. Now this here is the image. Now let me show you the other goat image. Now you see again, let's reiterate these horns here. See the horns? The horns, horns. See all the horns on the heads? See the horns? Now let me show you something else. Wait a minute, I keep missing it. Gotta put it up here. All right, family. Now you see this here. Horns. Don't you see horns here? The goat horns? Huh? It's the same thing. The reality is the pale-faced man really, truly is a worshiper of Satan or Hashatan or the adversary or Jesus or God. All of it is Jesus, that Jesus is Satan, that Santa is Satan. These creatures are the devil. And look where they use, look what the church is doing right now. The church is steering you toward the shot, which is the mark of the beast, like the devil would do, right? And right around Christmas time, they give you, hey, get your shots and get vaccinated and all that stuff before that time. Now, they might scratch this video just because I said those words. But oh well, who gives a damn? I just wanted to come in here and spend a few minutes, family, and drop just a little information on this Christ mass nonsense. It's the worship of the Baphomet in the end. When you put all the pieces together, do all your research, you find the old Saint Nick or old Nick is the devil. Krampus, of course, is the devil. Then you know there was no way that he could have been in the manger in December 25th. No little baby, no little Jewish boy. They didn't even live in that land during that time. Wasn't no pale faces even in that land living there during that time that they claimed 2,000 plus years ago. There was no pale faces living in that land. They're over there now. And Jews who claim to be the chosen people, they get melanoma every year by the hundreds, by the tens of thousands of Jews all across the land. And I mean the whole land mass. But over there in Israel, where they claim to be the chosen, they're the chosen ones, they get melanoma, which is skin cancer from a lack of melanin or no melanin in the system. Not enough to stop the sun from drying them up and killing them off. But they claim to be the chosen people. All of that's a lie. Wasn't no pale faces over there during that time. The pale faced man is a liar. When he presents a man to you to do anything powerful in the world, it's the devil, disguised in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. It is the devil, because that's all he can present. The pale-faced man didn't come here to connect the world and to connect the people of the world, which is really us, to something natural. That's not the purpose of the pale-faced race as a whole. I don't care about the so-called good ones that ain't bothering us. The pale-faced race as a whole didn't come here to present good on the planet. Yes, they have some exceptions to the rule, but the rule is for their race as a whole. And that's how I deal with them. I don't deal with them individually. As a whole, their race came here to be opposite and to oppose the Creator. What's good, Chaos Reign? This is exactly why Europeans are here. They're here to challenge the creative life-giving force, the Most High. They're here to mimic the creative life-giving force. They're here to use their harp machine to destroy or to destroy the earth with their fake storms. And, they're here to fly chemtrails all through the sky at night and all daytime while you're, up and moving about. They're here to regulate everything you do. You know what I'm saying? They take marijuana. They're here to take marijuana, a natural substance, that's something that's natural and can be very beneficial for the healing of the land and the people. And they're make it medicinal and now put chemicals on it and just totally just destroy it. They don't even want something natural, a little plant from a seed you plant in the ground that comes up that can do wonderful things for the people on the planet. Look how they've regulated that. And look at their purpose for it. Now the pale-faced man has what they call dispensaries. Marijuana dispensaries. He's the one dispensing the marijuana now. It's nothing but another name for a trap house, a dope house. The white man has dope houses all over the community now that he calls dispensaries. This is the type of stuff they're here to do on the planet. Take what's natural or what's good and flip it, destroy it, turn it over, upside down, inside out, turn something out. This is what their race does. They're there to turn the original man and woman away from the creative life-giving force, the Most High, Yah. You may call the Most High something different. But if I'm talking about the creative life-giving force that gives us the sun, the moon, the rain, the stars, I don't think anything's higher or greater than that. But you can't go to the European man for his little stories, because at the end of his stories, there's some devilish madness going on. Now think about this. Why would the pale-faced man even attach Krampus to Santa? Krampus is the guy that eats the babies that don't do right. Eat them, infants, little ones. I don't know what age Krampus stops, but Krampus is there to eat them up, cannibalize them. You got all these stories going. I guess the pale-faced man never thought nobody would come in and pull his whole card and figure him out and expose his stinking still itself to the entire planet. But we're here now. And people like myself, we expose the madness. That's what we're here for. The pale-faced man has a story about this little boy that's supposed to have been born December 25th. Beautiful little story. 3 wise men came, they looked up in the stars, and they seen a certain star, and they followed that star. All the way, it led them, that star was their guide. Because it do get dark in the desert. That star was there to guide them to the little boy in the manger. But the reality is that little boy, J-E-S-U-S, that name means devil too. Just like Santa. Just like Krampus. Just like old Nick. All of it is Satan. And it all points to this. This. The pale-faced man is a transhumanist creature. And not about human life, human life. They're artificial. That's why we have all the artificial foods, artificial flavorings and colorings and sweeteners in the so-called foods that we eat. The pale-faced man spends plenty of money taking natural food and processing it. In other words, flipping it, changing these substances that's within the food, breaking them down so you can't use them, denaturing things. He has foods that's denatured, like white flour. It's denatured. It's not natural anymore. He takes what is natural and he strips that naturalness or naturality from that which was natural. Now it's denatural, denatured. This is what their race done and does, and it's documented, so it's not racist talk. This is not racism coming out of my mouth. It's not racist talk. It's the facts. The pale-faced man worships this Baphomet. The pale-faced man worships a man with a goat head and some horns that has a ding-a-ling and some titties. That is the reality, and this is what they've been hiding for so long with their different secret society. It leads to this. All the secret society leads to worshiping this creature here. All the secret societies lead to worshiping this creature right here. All the churches and JSUSs and Lutheran Church, the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, the Church of God in Christ, the church, the Latter-day Saints, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the African Methodist Episcopals, the Pentecostals, the Apostles. It don't make a damn difference. All them damn Greek fraternities, sororities, they all are worship, pointing their worship somewhere at some point to this creature right here. Dre Day, what's good with you? Just tuning in, my brother, right on. Appreciate you. This is what it is. All their secret societies and different groups, church organizations and things, politics, politicians, they worship this creature too. If they didn't, they wouldn't put transgenders in so many positions in America. They wouldn't be pushing the transhumanistic movement right now. They wouldn't be presenting a robot named Sophia talking about it wants to have a baby now. The pale-faced race is moving the world toward transhumanism, where you will not be a human anymore. They're going to change what it is to be a human. And there will be nothing natural about it. You will not be human once they finish, because actually they hate humans. The pale-faced man again worships a man himself with the hood, with this goat head and horns, with a penis and some titties. And that's just what it is. We've come to this point. I don't know if it's really the end, but we've come this far. And this is the reality that's here. When you get this far in the race, you're still alive right now, you're listening, you're opening your eyes. You have an opportunity to embrace a truth that has been hidden from the world. I don't know how long. It's been hidden, but it's out now. And it's spreading. And that truth is, again, this here creature here. It's what they worship. Even in the music industry, Aleister Crowley was a worshiper of the Baphomet, highly respected within the music industry. On one of the Beatles album covers, on one of Prince's album covers in music, they say that the devil used to be the head of the choir. Interesting how that works, because the devil's a homosexual in real life with titties, a Baphomet. And it's interesting how a lot of people in church be gay as hell, be in the choir, that be choir directors. It's interesting how a lot of musicians and things of that nature be funny, as they say. Interesting how that works, kind of falls in line like that. Transhumans, a meta world, trans AI, which happens to mean dead and a dead world. Exactly. I'm gonna talk about that too, Davida. The meta world. I'm gonna do a video on the meta world. That is truly a damn joke to me. I don't want to talk about how I feel about it right now, give it away. But I've got to do a little more research, and I'm gonna come and do a video on that. But this is what the pale-faced man came here to do. The pale-faced man is the leader of the LGBT community worldwide. Tell me I'm lying. The pale-faced man is the leader, as far as men goes, of the LGBT community worldwide. They really call him the shot, the pale-faced man. And within the LGBT community worldwide, they have what they call gatekeepers. And the gatekeepers are transgenders. Yeah, they've been hidden in the background while the LGB and Q have been out here doing that. The lesbian, the homosexual, so-called male, homosexual male, the bisexual, they've been out doing their whatever. But they've been hiding the fact that they worship a creature or an entity that's created in a laboratory, because there are no born transgenders. Every transgender is created. Every one of them. There are no born transgenders. That's one thing people can say. They might be able to say out their mouth and have some truth to it, that they were born gay, depending on some things that may have happened while they were in their mother's womb. So they might be able to say that, but they can't say truthfully that they were born transgender. No, pale-faced men are the leading men when it comes down to transgender, information about it, the creation of hormone blockers, puberty blockers. They are in charge of that. They are the creators of that. They are the ones who run and control that. They're the ones who set up, came up, gave the world a plan on how to flip gender children. And the pale-faced man is truly the devil. They despise and hate children. And this is one of the reasons why every year they will reiterate the lies to the children about Santa Claus, Christmas, and all that. You know, they don't give a damn about lying. They lie, and they white folks overlook that they lying to the world. They don't give a damn. They want to be in charge of everything, but they don't want to be called out on the evils and the wrongs that they do, especially toward the children. It's not right to lie to children. I don't think so. You see. Let me share the info in the chat, share the link in the chat. Somebody might want to come on and speak a word, say a little something, add their own flavor to the conversation. There is a link in the chat. You know, I'm gonna spend my hour now. Jackie Brown, my sister, what's good? How you be? Yeah, you done missed it because I'm about to be done. Actually. But again, family, like I said, this here creature is what the pale-faced man worships. And they're gonna keep our emphasis on this goat here, you know. And then the sport entertainment, sports they're definitely going to be talking about what? The GOAT. Ain't they saying who's the GOAT all the time? Who's the GOAT in rapping? That word GOAT. You see how the word GOAT has just transcended its way into different arenas. Who's the GOAT in sports? Who's the GOAT in acting? Who's the GOAT when it comes to singing and rapping and all that type of stuff? It's just spreading. It's just transcending itself, blending itself in to these different categories. Because see, you have to understand, the pale-faced man spend much time LGBTQing up the world. If they didn't care about that, they wouldn't have made a flag for it. They have a whole flag to show the world that they like to be sexually dysfunctional. They created a flag. These people are serious about their sexual dysfunction and making you accept it. They're very serious about that. So you putting up your Christmas trees, anybody out there, just know that your worship is not what you think it is. You're worshiping this thing right here. You're worshiping the white, pale-faced, transgender, homo gump, you know, with penis and titties, and a goat head. And, you know, you really are worshiping pale-faced misinformation, pale-faced lies. You know, that's what you're doing. But, you know, everybody has a right to do what they want because we all have free will in this world. Let's just know that, you know, your free will may come with some circumstances and consequences that you may not like in the end. Y'all, I see it's 31 folks in the county. Glad to see all y'all on, listening. I see there's no opposition. I really don't know how you can oppose this anyway. But I know there are some opposers who are watching. They just probably won't say anything because they haven't found out how to argue their points and be truthful. And they don't want to be embarrassed. And they don't want me to know they're watching. It's fine. It's fine. I open up the floor for anybody that wants to speak. As far as the t-shirts goes, I'm still waiting. It's been 2 weeks now, so I should definitely be hearing something within this coming week about the t-shirts. With brother, get you a sister, sister, get you a brother, drop the other both of you, as a quote on the shirt. I should be hopefully hearing something this week, and as soon as I hear something this week, I'll be sending out the t-shirts to those who have already bought it. Brother Tim Harvey so far is the brother that's done actually purchased his shirt. And again, since you waited so long, Brother Tim, like I said, I'm going to reiterate it again. I'll be sending you 2 shirts. All right? Yeah. I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. So, you can go out, family, and tell your children, tell the children, the youth around in your family, the truth. So at least they'll be informed. All of us shouldn't be lied to. Tell the babies the truth so it won't backfire on you later in life. They can handle it. It'll be all right. They're not going to pass out and die because they can't, celebrate Christmas and all that type of stuff. I remember when, I'm going to say this and let y'all go. I remember when I told my mother, father, I was done celebrating Christmas. I remember people on both sides, the adults, my parents on my side, my parents and my wife at the time, parents, both was upset. Both sides. And knew we were telling the truth. We were young, 22 and 21-year-olds standing up there telling them, well, this is what we found. Look at this up. Let me show you. And none of them wanted to listen to the information. They didn't want to hear it. None of them accepted it. They wanted us to teach our children the lies that they taught us about Christmas. My mother and father was upset with me, wanted me to teach my children the same lies. It's amazing how adults will want children to be lied to, and they don't see nothing wrong with it. It just amazes me that they want a child to grow up and believe these lies. They was upset. But I stood firm at 22 and was like, I don't care how mad none of y'all get. I respect you, but I'm grown now. These children are mine, and I'm not going to tell my children lies about no Santa. We're not celebrating, period. And that was it. And for years, things wasn't like they are in the average house. Average people be trying to get together, trying to find who house they're going over for Christmas. I wasn't giving a damn. And it saves you money. You ain't got to be out here in the rat race. You ain't got to be out here trying to buy these gifts. The price is going to be going down right after, Black Friday or whatever. Right after Christmas, prices go drop. A lot of people take stuff back. The commercial side of Christmas is really crazy. Really crazy. But you should stand firm on the truth, family. When you know truth, you tell your children, you tell your babies, don't hide it from them. Tell them the truth, and it'll be good for them later on, even if they get upset. I had no problem out of my children. It never came to me and broke down. Daddy, them people at school, my friends, they get this and they get that, and we don't get nothing to do. I never had that conversation ever with them. They didn't give a damn. You got to pay for how you do children. Got to pay for how you treat children. And all the lies that have been told to children throughout the centuries, it's a wonder children have any respect for adults, because adults are humongous hypocritical liars and deceivers when it comes down to little children. It's amazing. You know damn well there is no Santa Claus, but our silly, rebellious asses will continue to teach our children about some damn Santa Claus. And then again, like I said, get upset when some of us decide to break the mold, break the generational curses. Do you know we cursed? Because we running around here following the pale-faced man. So it opens us up for the pale-faced man to do whatever he wants to us. Peace, no creative name. I mean, it opens us up for the pale-faced man to come in and do whatever he wants, because we're giving ourselves over to him freely. You know how we could have collapsed this society long before this? People talking about they don't want to work. Now, COVID-19 had to come in, I guess, to kind of throw the work scene off. They can't get it right now. We could have been to collapse this thing if we'd just stopped celebrating Christmas. If we any one of them years that's been passed in the last 10 years, if our people would have stopped celebrating Christmas for 3 years, this country would be, they would have been fell down to our demands. They make so much money during this time. I believe I heard some years back, they made double or triple, I believe, their whole inventory for the whole year during Christmas. That particular time, that's when they make like 3 or 4. That's when they make triple the money they make for the whole entire year. They make about 3/4, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 75% of their money for the year during Christmas time. So it's big business for this pale-faced man to be lying and to constantly be deceiving. I don't know if I could just keep lying forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Just don't never want the lie to end, and you're lying to children. What do we get out of this shit? I mean, what do we get out of it? What the hell do our people get out of Christmas? That we want that lie to keep on and continue. What do we get out of it? We don't get a damn thing out of it, as far as I know. Well, family, I give y'all opportunity to speak on things. I didn't see the sister lesbian consciousness come through. Hopefully, maybe she'll see this video later and maybe shoot me up in the comments. I'm trying to have Lesbian Conscious, which is a lesbian sister out of New York. I think she's Baltimore. Come on and do a part 2 of the show we did last week, where I was speaking with her in reference to there being so many lesbians among our youth, our young females. That's part of transhumanism as well. When you're homosexual, you're talking transhumanism. Yeah, when you're lesbian and all that transgender, you're talking transhumanism. You've changed the human, because humans are supposed to mate with the opposite sex. That's how we continue on the planet. But when you stop and you start mating with the same sex, now you're into transhumanism, because you're trying to change what humans do. Trans means change. So you're changing what the human does when you're out there with the LGBTQP, You're going against nature. You become degenerate. Lesbians are degenerate. They don't produce unless they go outside of being a lesbian. homosexuals are degenerate. They don't produce unless they go outside of being a homosexual male, a gay man, a PHAGGG. And they say pH can, the phonetics of pH is the sound. It can be F, like pH for ONE, phone. Yeah, well, I'll let you figure it out. pH, F, really has an F sound. And the AGGG, I just had 3 G's. Really has 1, but I just give it 3. That's just me. Santa Claus is a gump, homosexual, straight up, worshiper of the Baphomet, representation, of the Baphomet. So is JSUS a representation of the Baphomet. Your secret societies all worship the Baphomet secretly. This is the image of the beast, I believe. I believe this is the image of the beast. Yes, indeed. I believe that this is what it is. This is the thing they want to resurrect. They want the pale-faced man to be a woman and a man at the same time. That's what they want. The white man wants the ability to walk around with a penis and some titties so he can screw men and women and get screwed himself in his behind. That's what he wants to do, and that's what he's been doing. I see more and more people are coming to the counter, coming on the show. Well, family, I'll give you a few more minutes. I'm going to share this one more time. Maybe some of y'all might want to come on and say something. If not, in about 5 more minutes, I'm going to let y'all go for the night. I may come back tomorrow or Sunday with another show. There's the link, family. Right. Yeah, they want us trapped into this simulated metaverse world forever. Trapped like inside a video game. Like, that's what the pale-faced man wants the world to be. It's transhumanism. Changing the human experience to something totally different. This pale-faced man has a God complex. He believes he is the true and living God, if you want to use that word, of the planet. So I tell you, family, stop giving your children the pale-faced man's lies. Stop telling your babies that Kris Kringle, this fat bastard with red cheeks, is coming on some reindeers, and that they ain't never looked up in the sky, ever seen Santa, never, not one time. They only see this bastard on TV and at the mall. You know what I'm saying? I mean, stop lying to your children about these pale faces and their power. Tell them that these devils have power in evil and in wickedness. That's what you should be telling the children. Arm your babies, as you said, he used to say, with knowledge. That's exactly what needs to happen. Give your children, your babies, the knowledge. Tell your babies. Teach the children so they will know. And like a strong tree, they will grow. That's one of my own lyrics from one of my own songs. Teach your babies and they will know. Like a strong tree, they will grow. See, if you teach them lies, they'll grow into a lion tree. Maybe strong too, hard to break, hard to snap, hard to cut down. Got bad fruit, make folks sick. Don't feed your babies bad information. Because when the tree grows, or when they grow, and people start eating from the fruit they're delivering, it'll make a lot of people sick. Feed your babies with the knowledge of the truth. Then when the trees start growing or they start growing, and their fruit start dropping, people start eating it, it'll be beneficial for the community. Brother man, get you a sister. Sister, get you a brother. Drop the other. Both of you. Peace, family.